You're broke right now, and I know why. It's not your income, it's your psychology. You've tried to save. You've read the books, downloaded the apps, and created the pristine, color-coded spreadsheet that promised financial freedom. You get a few weeks in, maybe you hit the first $1,000. You feel the surge of pride, a fleeting high. And then the inevitable happens, the splurge, the relapse, the I deserve this one thing purchase that doesn't just drain your savings, it obliterates your momentum, leaving you right back at zero. You feel the shame, the self-loathing, and you swear you'll start again next month. Let me introduce you to the real enemy, the emotional addiction to zero. You spent your entire adult life operating on a mental baseline of financial scarcity. Your brain has been conditioned to see your bank account as a constantly emptying hourglass. You feel normal when your account is low and your credit card is flexing. Paradoxically, you feel unsafe when your savings account starts to grow too quickly. Why? Because a large growing savings number introduces choice. Choice introduces responsibility. Responsibility introduces the fear of failure on a grander scale. Your mind is comfortable in the struggle. It knows the scripts for being broke, for making ends meet, for the hustle. It's a familiar, if painful, comfort zone. But when you hit $5,000, your subconscious starts screaming, "Danger! This is unfamiliar territory. You don't know how to handle this money. Get rid of it before you screw it up." Here is your first shocking truth. The first $10,000 is not a financial goal. It is an emotional and behavioral sobriety test. Getting it is easy, keeping it is the battle. Every dollar you spend that brings you closer to zero is a dopamine hit. It's a quick return to the mental poverty your brain recognizes as safe. You are literally self-sabotaging your financial health to maintain a dysfunctional yet comfortable emotional state. This is why lifestyle creep isn't just about bigger houses. It's about a panicked psychological reaction to surplus. That new pair of shoes, the expensive dinner, the unnecessary gadget, these aren't rewards. They are an unconscious attempt to regulate an overwhelming emotional discomfort caused by having too much cash sitting idly, demanding responsible long-term planning. You spend the money to feel the familiar stress of financial need, which your brain interprets as control. You need to stop treating savings like a race you're trying to win and start treating it like a drug you're trying to quit. You need a hard, unbreachable barrier between the money you save and the money you spend. The clear takeaway here is this. Your savings goal needs to be reframed as an untouchable emergency fund for your future self, not a piggy bank for your current self. Your current self is an addict, and you cannot trust the addict with the supply.
You've decided you're ready to beat this addiction. You're going to automate your savings, cut out the stupid spending, and finally make that $10,000 mark happen. You start strong. The first 2 paychecks are great. You see the number climb. $1,000, $2,000. You feel unstoppable. This is where most people hit their second and often fatal roadblock, the $3,000 wall. The shocking truth about this wall is this. You can save the first $3,000 purely through grit and deprivation. You cannot save the next $7,000 without systemic change. Many of you approach saving like a temporary diet. You deprive yourself of lattes, cancel Netflix, and eat ramen for dinner. This intense short-term pain works to get you a few $1,000s, but it's unsustainable and psychologically brutal. Your brain starts to register saving not as progress, but as punishment. Your subconscious keeps a meticulous tally of everything you've denied yourself. And when you hit that $3,000 mark, the amount that feels like real money but isn't enough to feel safe, your reward center snaps. This is the psychological almost. You are close enough to taste success, but still far enough away that the perceived pain of denial outweighs the future benefit of discipline. Think about the sheer gravitational pull of consumer culture at this point. Every ad, every friend's Instagram post, every late-night urge is telling you that the gap between your current lifestyle and the one you should have can be closed instantly with a purchase. You feel like you're sacrificing your present happiness for a future that is still theoretical. This is the moment you cave. You justify the $500 purchase by saying, It's fine. I still have $2,500 left. I'm still way ahead. But that $500 purchase does more damage than the number suggests. It cracks the mental seal you had put on your savings. It teaches your mind that the barrier is permeable, that your discipline is negotiable, and that instant gratification still wins the day. This relapse sends a powerful destructive signal. We tried. It was too hard. Let's go back to normal. To break through the $3,000 wall, you must introduce your next harsh insight. You must automate the removal of choice. If your bank account is easily accessible, your brain will treat it like a tempting candy dish. You must take the savings out of your daily environment. The solution is not more willpower, it's financial architecture. Set up a completely separate savings account at a different bank, one without a debit card, one that takes 3 days to transfer money out of. Name it something audacious, the future's nuclear core, or don't touch or you die. Make the process of accessing the money so difficult and tedious that your impulse decision has time to cool off and die a quiet, embarrassing death. The takeaway? Willpower is a finite resource. Automation and friction are unlimited tools. Stop relying on your character to save you. Start relying on your systems.
You've automated your savings. You've put a brick wall between your impulsive mind and your hard-earned cash. You're watching your balance climb past the $3,000 mark, moving steadily towards $7,000. This is where the ultimate, subtle, psychological trap lies. The identity trap. You define yourself by what you do and what you have. For years, your identity has been tied to your spending habits and your financial stress. You're the person who couldn't quite save, the one who always had great ideas but never the capital to fund them. Now, as that money grows, your old identity starts fighting back, demanding control. You are literally evolving beyond your previous self, and that process is deeply uncomfortable. Here's the final essential truth. You must replace your saver identity with a capitalist identity. Saving money is a defensive action. It's about denying the present. Building capital is an offensive action. It's about fueling the future. The shift is massive. When you're a saver, you feel deprived and temporary. Every time you spend, you feel guilty because you've diminished your pile. But when you're a capitalist or an investor, your focus shifts entirely. Your money is no longer a static pile to be protected, it's ammunition for opportunity. The first $10,000 is your mental and financial inflection point. It is not just a number, it is the psychological proof of concept that you can defer gratification and build a base. This money is not for an emergency, it's for leverage. It's the moment you can say, I have enough liquid capital to jump on a deal, to get training for a new career, or to fund the minimum viable product of your future empire. It buys you optionality. And here is the humorous, intriguing twist that should fuel your ambition. $10,000 is the minimum entry fee to play the serious money game. It's the moment the cost of your time suddenly rises. When you only have $1,000, you're easily seduced by a $50 side hustle. When you have $10,000, that $50 opportunity is an insult. You start valuing your energy more, hunting for $500 or $1,000 returns, because you have the cushion to take a calculated, smarter risk. You must stop treating your money like a personal score and start treating it like a soldier that goes to work for you. The first $10,000 is your first squad of highly trained financial soldiers. They are not meant to sit on the couch. They are meant to be deployed to earn you more recruits. The final mindset shift is stop asking yourself, can I afford to buy this? Start asking, what is the return on investment of this purchase? If that new TV doesn't make you smarter, fitter, or wealthier, the ROI is negative. If that online course or tool adds a skill that earns you another $1,000, the ROI is positive. End with a punchline that's a final slap of truth. Your biggest asset isn't your income. It's the financial discipline you display while your friends are still buying things to impress people they don't even like. Get your first $10,000 and stop being a consumer. Start being a collector of opportunities.